Have you ever wondered how your chair works? Your office chair? I have so many people that I work with and they have no idea what all of these little buttons and knobs and levers do on their office chair. So I'm going to show you. Now, my particular chair is a little bit limited in what it does. However, most of them will have at least the basics of what mine have, and then I'll point out some other things that yours may or may not have. The first thing that we all know of is, I always forget which side it's on, but it's how to raise and lower your chair. So that's the easy one, right? We always figure that one out pretty simply. But then a lot of them have the ability to bounce back like that, or you can lock the back. And what that's for is if you're doing a lot of, let's say working at your computer, or you're leaning forward, you're doing a lot of writing, if you move, you don't want this happening. You want your chair to be able to stay pretty locked in place. So on the flip side of that, let's say you're having a phone call and you're on your phone and you just kind of want to relax a little bit. You can release that and have your phone conversation or talk to a coworker. So that's one of the reasons that you might release that. But otherwise, I personally just keep mine locked because I never feel the need to recline. The other thing that my chair has is, trying to figure it all out, right? So when I pull this lever, I recline and it stays in that position. Again, this is something that you're going to want to find a proper position for yourself so that it's comfortable. I don't like mine way back here because then it forces my head forward and I get more neck tension in my shoulders and my neck, and that can cause headaches. If you've seen any of the other videos, you know that the more forward your head is, the more it's like trying to hold a bowling ball here or here. So we want to keep our bowling ball above here. So I always keep my back a little more upright. Now, every single chair will have some sort of a lumbar support. The one on here, not so great. It does pooch out a little bit, so that's good. It serves my purpose. I don't sit all the way to the back of my chair. It's just a very deep pan. And some of them will have more shallow pans, some will have deep pans like this. But I do get my bum back where it should be. And then of course I'm leaning forward because I'm doing more writing when I'm sitting at my desk. Some of the chairs, remember when I was telling you about if you're on the phone and you want to recline back, some chairs will actually have that forward rocking, so if you are doing a lot of writing, the whole chair will tilt forward, and that's another function that a chair might have. My particular chair has a nice rounded surface for my legs to come across. If you've got a chair that's putting a lot of pressure behind your thighs, that can cause numbness and tingling in the legs, cut the blood flow off, and we don't want that. So the last thing that I'll point out to you all, going back to the lumbar support, if you don't have sufficient lumbar support, you could take a towel and roll it up. You could buy something online if you wanted to. There's a lot of devices that will strap around the back side of this, but sometimes just taking a towel and rolling it up to see what's comfortable and about how big you would like that extra support. And when you put it in there, it should fill this part of your spine. I've gone into many offices and worked with so many office workers, and they've got the lumbar support way down here, and so it doesn't support the curve of the lumbar spine, which is its design. We want to keep that curve that's healthier for our discs and our spine. Lastly on this chair is the armrest. Now, my chair only has the ability, I think I loosened this one, to go out and to come in. Some chairs, the armrests will roll in and roll out. This chair also has the ability to completely remove the arms. So again, when I've gone in and I've helped workers with their workstations, sometimes we just can't get these armrests to the place that we need them. And frankly, my armrest, so if I held my arm, this is where it should be in a proper ergonomic position. right at about 90 to 110 degrees is where you want the bend in your elbow. This armrest should meet my elbow, and it doesn't. So my armrests are too low. I could throw a piece of cushion around there if I wanted to. I could go buy a new chair, but again, there's just so many variables, and chairs can get to be expensive. So the fact that I'm not sitting in my chair all that often, this part doesn't particularly bother me. But if you're somebody who is in your chair for many hours of the day, you might want to make sure that the armrest comes up here, and that you also want to make sure that you're not out here with your arms on your armrest. Your arms should be in this way, okay? So that is your armrest. So if the armrests, so my armrests come in, that's as far as my armrests are coming in. Honestly, I could take these completely off. And that's okay too, as long as you're able to maintain a proper position of your elbow and your shoulders. You don't want to be like that, and you don't want to be reaching down, okay? And then also making sure that you've got this 0 to 110 degree bend in the elbow, not coming up this way. That's going to put more stress here. All right, so that is the office chair, the basics of the office chair. If you have any particular buttons or knobs on your office chair and you're not really sure what they do or how to do it, go ahead and drop me a line and let's figure out what your office chair needs and what you need to do to figure it out. Because again, people spend a lot of money on this stuff and they have no idea how to use it. All right, I'll catch you on the next one. I will see you soon.